David. Over now to the nation's capital, where President Joe Biden just wrapped up his State of the Union address. And he touched on every hot-button issue, from reproductive and gun rights to education and the fentanyl crisis. One of his biggest takeaways, that left or right, we are all Americans and should respect the will of the people.
There's no place for political violence in America. We have to protect the right to vote, not suppress that fundamental right. Honor the results of our elections, not subvert the will of the people. We have to uphold the rule of law and restore trust in our institutions of democracy. And we must give hate and extremism in any form no safe harbor.
And News 9's Washington Bureau Chief Alex Cameron is live tonight with reaction from a member of Oklahoma's delegation. Alex?
Well, this was a long speech. Let me start off by saying that about an hour and 20 minutes, longer than people expected. The theme seemed to be, let's finish the job. 5th District Congresswoman Stephanie Bice joining me now to react, to give her impressions. So he tried to reach out. He tried to talk about some of the bipartisan things that he's accomplished. How did that work with you?
Well, I think that he talked a lot about a lot of different topics, but he didn't really address the issues that Oklahomans are concerned about, specifically the southern border. He sort of mentioned it when he talked about the fentanyl overdose and the hundreds of thousands of people that are dying every day from, or every year from fentanyl overdose. He didn't talk about really national security, the surveillance balloon that transverse the entire continental United States. There was really not a lot of talk about, how we're going to protect our homeland. And I think those are the things that I'm hearing back home Oklahomans want to hear. He took credit for a lot of things that I don't think he really should have taken credit for, including the economy. He talked about 12 million jobs that are created. The majority of those jobs are actually, jobs that have returned after the last 3 years because of COVID. We still have 7% inflation. We still have high energy prices, whether that's gas in the tank or home heating. We still have high grocery prices, and those are things that really need to be addressed, and the president really didn't talk a lot about those things.
Did you hear any point where you think, okay, we can work together on this?
Look, I'm working on a paid family leave working group with Chrissy Houlihan, a Democrat from Pennsylvania. He mentioned that in his speech. I think that is a place that we can all agree needs to be addressed. Family Medical Leave Act was passed 30 years ago, and we still haven't really gotten past that. So there are areas that we can work together and do good for Oklahomans and the American people.
Congresswoman Bice, thank you very much. I appreciate your time tonight. So the president finished off by appealing to everyone to work together. He says there's nothing that we as Americans can't accomplish when we work together. There was one point on which he did get a standing ovation from both sides. So we'll see how that goes. I'll have more reaction tomorrow. For now, live in our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own. Back to you.